everyone, my name is Jenny Woolsey and this is Craniofacial Acceptance Month. At the moment, I'm doing a few videos on high school. And I have a question to ask you. Have you ever been chosen last for a team, sport, or for an activity? And if you have, how did you feel? Well, for people with a facial difference or a craniofacial syndrome, this can be a common occurrence. Now, I am making a generalization, but it can happen. All through my primary school, I was picked last for sport. The teacher would have two captains and everybody, the rest of the class would stand there and they would pick and they would pick and then they'd pick and they'd pick. All I remember is being the last one. And it wasn't that I was bad at sport. In fact, I was pretty good at some sports. So what else could it be but my face? In primary school, when we were learning to dance, and I specifically remember the Year 5 dance. I was all excited. Mum had sewed me a brand new dress. I loved it. It was my favourite. And I was going to get to wear it to the Year 5 dance. I got all dressed up in my nice new dress. I had pretty sandals on. Went to the dance was in the classroom at school. It was very excited. It was at night time. And when the boys were asked to choose a girl to dance or do a game with, I was always last. So I either got the least popular boy or I sat out. Now you can imagine how damaging that was for my self-esteem. I was getting it in sport and I was getting it in dance and other activities. When I went to high school, we also did dance. Boys on one side of the hall, girls on the other side of the hall. Same thing. Boys, you may choose your partner. Of course, all the popular girls got chosen first. And usually there was me and maybe one or two others who were also deemed different, left sitting on the chair. So it was reinforced to me again, your face is different. You don't deserve to be chosen to dance, to have a partner. Now, usually I was swapped in at some time and I got to dance. But you can imagine how damaging that was to my self-esteem and my feelings of self-worth. Now, thankfully, I had subjects where I excelled and that I really enjoyed, which helped me to cope with the bad experiences. But I also developed something else, which wasn't a good thing, and it still affects me today. From being very little, I found that I had to constantly prove myself. I had to constantly show people that I was valuable, that I was worthwhile, and also that I was intelligent. People presumed that because I had a facial difference, that I was intellectually disabled. My parents fought the attitude, and then I fought the attitude. I'm not sure how much my children have had to prove themselves academically because they are both high achievers. But I do remember when they were little, particularly Melissa, we did encounter some attitudes by people, well-meaning attitudes. For example, we were at a Christmas parade and Melissa let her balloon go. And a gentleman came over with another balloon and gave it to her and said, oh, we said thank you. And he goes, oh, I know what it's like having a child like that. And he was like sympathy kind of. And we're like, what's going on? But that was that attitude. He saw her face and he made assumptions about her. So I think that is something to be aware of. Now, in doing so, to try and let society know, and particularly at school, where I was trying to show desperately how intelligent I was, I became, in my mind, as close to a perfectionist as I could. Call it perfectionism syndrome. I was in as many activities as I could to prove myself. I studied my hardest to prove myself. Everything I did was to prove myself to people at school and the world that I was intelligent, I had value, and I was worthwhile. Now, the problem with trying to be a perfectionist is you cannot attain it. You can strive for excellence, but no one is perfect. And when you're a teenager trying to be perfect, it affects your mental health. And I did experience a lot of anxiety and even depression, a lot of turmoil with my mental health, trying to prove myself to people. When I failed my first exam, it devastated me. When I didn't get the mark I thought I deserved, it devastated me. And that is not healthy because I know I still do it today. I've carried that to today. So I do believe we need to be striving for excellence and trying our best and doing our best. But there is a danger in trying to be perfect just to prove who we are as a person, that we deserve to be on this earth. So if you are a person who has a syndrome, a facial difference or a craniofacial syndrome, and you are a perfectionist, aim for excellence, but not perfection. Just do your best. You are perfect, you are worthwhile, you are valuable the way you are. You don't have to keep proving it. If you're a parent or a carer, watch out for it because it will manifest in their mental health. It will manifest in anxiety or depression in some form, because they will put high pressure on themselves to be that perfect person that no one is. All right, my name is Jenny Woolsey. I'm an author, speaker, teacher, and artist, and I have the motto, be weirdly wonderful, embrace your disability and your differences. Please like, comment, and share my videos. I would love you to do that so I can help as many people as possible. Right, I will see you tomorrow for another video.